Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is brother Yatabia Wa'ala coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson. All right, Lord's will is edifying, but I'm going to entitle this one, Babylon is Falling. All right, and I got a couple articles going into how you can see, the Lord has set bounds that this place cannot pass. All right. And, we're living in 2023. All right. This year, Apostle Tahar deemed this year the hopeful year. All the prophecies come to pass. All right. And one of the main prophecies we have left is the destruction of Babylon. All right. But right now, we see Yahweh Bashim Yahushai working in crippling this place. All right. And it's in every facet of America is being broken down. Economy, all right, just the infrastructure, the morality, everything, all right, and rightfully so because this place is wicked, all right. It's an abomination and it's ran by the wicked, all right. Esau, Edom. But this is the first article, and I'm just gonna read the headlines. You pretty much get the picture, all right. It says this is from Daily News. The U.S. reached its debt ceiling, all right, and it says right here, the debt ceiling currently sits around 31.4 trillion, and America has reached that maximum level. All right, and it's a they dug themselves into a hole that they'll never be able to get out of. But this is all by design. Ultimately, from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because this place is not gonna it's not going to get out of it. But he's using Esau, Edom, and the elite have used their cash cow America. But right now, they're in the process of letting it fall. All right, because they don't need America anymore. But see, that all plays into the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, this one, what does it say? This is from Yahoo Finance. All right, let me go up. It says Google is slashing 12,000 workers as a wave of layoffs continue into 2023. Here's the full list of major U.S. companies making cuts. All right, and actually, before I go here, let me get this. All right, this is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start at verse 4. It says, Behold, and it talks about the prophecies. Let me just get it. I'll start at 3. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. All right, and the visions are going into these prophecies, and at the end it shall speak. Meaning what? They're going to manifest. All right, they're gonna start, being known. Okay, you're gonna see them happening. All right, in the end, and we're living at the end time. It says, It shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, and it's just a matter of time before Esau's main cash cow, all right, Esau's main city, being America, all right, is going to come to a halt. It says, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And this is talking about the wicked, all right, which is Esau, Edom. His soul which is lifted up is not upright. He is not a righteous being. All right, he is actually called the wicked. All right, this is the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, he is a deceiver, and his soul is not upright. So anything that he controls or has his hand into, it's going to be what? Wickedness. All right, it says, Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And what does he use America as? All right, that main pusher of his agenda. All right, whatever you want to call it, capitalism. All right, the industrialization, democracy. All right, all these different philosophies of, the LGBTQ, all that, transformers. Okay, hey, that all stems and comes from what? America. All right, and the whole military industrial complex, the whole being the big bad world police. Who is that? That's America. All right. It says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He always has his business in all these different countries. Well, look what's happening in Russia and Ukraine right now. All right. He can't keep his business to himself. He has to have his hand in there, and they're what? They're having a proxy war. They're, contributing all these different billions of dollars to Ukraine. All right, and they're talking about giving them tanks and different military jets. Okay, this is what the white man does. It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. He has no satisfaction with the things he has. All right, he just wants more and more and more. He's a carnal man. It says, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right. And primarily here, hey, what do you see? You see a whole, what do they call it? A melting pot of all these different nations here. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against them and a taunting proverb against them and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? All right. And that's what you're beginning to see. Okay. These countries beginning to get mad, beginning to stand up for themselves. You have what? Iran, you have Turkey, Russia. Okay, all these different countries saying, hey, you're not going to mess with us any longer. All right. And ultimately, hey, the scriptures say the beast shall hate the horse. So even America's so-called allies are going to end up turning on him. All right. It says, but this is the point. And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. And when you go into this word, let me see if it says it in the blue letter. H5671. Yep, weight of pledges. All right, and this is the word for thick clay. Weight of pledges, heavy debts. All right, so what did it say? America has reached its debt ceiling. All right, and its fiat currency is based off of debt. So it's literally dug itself a hole, all right, that it cannot get out of. And what does the scripture say? A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. All right. And this place is full of false balances. All right. Its monetary system is not balanced. So how can a monetary system that's unbalanced thrive? It's not. That's why Esau is creating all this madness to what? To implement his, his CBDC system, ultimately going into the charagma. But that's based off of an unbalanced system. All right. It literally is. Money created out of thin air, zeros and ones. All right. But that was the point on that. This is what I wanted to get as well. It says Google is slashing 12,000 workers as a wave of layoffs continue in 2023. Here's the full list of major U.S. companies making cuts. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, all right, the title of this lesson is Babylon is Falling. Okay, they had that recession talk a couple months ago, but hey, this place is heading into the ultimate spiral down. All right, hey, we're gonna see a lot of, despair. Well, the scriptures talk about the people mourning. All right, the people languishing. Okay, and why are they gonna be languishing? Because Esau, all right, is literally getting rid of the middle class, the so-called middle class. Okay, and he's going to make it to where it's the ones who have things and the ones who don't. All right? But, this recession is going to lead into a depression, and it's going to be harder for all these people. All right? And this is going to go into what? The temptation. Because when you have nothing, and here it is, Esau is going to offer you a little something, what are you going to do? Well, if that's the only hope you have in this place, you're going to take it. All right? But what does it say? It says it's going to go to the list. 12,000 at Google, 7%, around 133 people at Vox, Capital One, 1,100 employees, WeWork 300 employees, Wayfair 1,000 employees, Microsoft 10,000 workers, crypto fifth of its workforce. BlackRock is cutting up to 500 roles. These are all investment firms. Goldman Sachs, all right, 3,200 staffers. BNY Mellon, 1,500. All right, DirecTV, and the list just goes on and on. Amazon, another 18,000 workers. Okay, Salesforce, 7,000 employees. So you get the picture, all right? And what does it say? It says, well, I'll start at verse 1, Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. It says, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. All right, and we're already heading into evil days. Evil means bad times. Okay, and what brings bad times? Well, economy woes, but ultimately a wicked nation or a wicked rulership, a wicked ruler in control who rules by wickedness. Okay, who rules unjustly, who rules imbalanced. All right, that's what brings evil time. All right, it tells you that in what I believe that's Wisdom of Solomon. All right, about the unrighteous kings. But it says, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth. All right, that's when we're supposed to turn to the Lord. Okay, when it's not getting too crazy out here. All right. It says, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, and also when we're young. All right. It says, while the sun or the light, but it's all case by case basis. But the majority of the men what come into this thing when we give up our lives. All right, to make our bodies a living sacrifice. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, and this is the time we're heading into. Okay, because Esau can't stop this. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. What is the grinders? Workers. All right. Hey, we read the list. 12,000 at Google, 10,000 Microsoft, and it's just gonna keep increasing. All right. So these grinders are ceasing because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay, because what? There's no future here. All right. That window, like that American dream. Okay, that's fading. Okay, but rightfully so, because you can't have. You can't have dreams. So you can have dreams, but you're gonna have to what? You're gonna have to sell out. You're gonna have to do wickedness. All right, and ultimately you're gonna have to participate in a society that's wicked. All right, but it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, but and that's the point. All right, this grinding is low. This working. All right, these jobs, they're coming to a halt. Okay, we're heading into Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah the 30th chapter. All right, and we're seeing the Lord work, and Babylon is falling. All right. You know what? This whole chapter is good. Let me just start at verse 4. Isaiah 14 and 4 says, thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. All right, and America is known as Babylon the Great. This Babylon reincarnated. All these cities reincarnated. Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, Egypt. It says, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right, and this is where we're heading. America is going to come to a stop. Ultimately, it's going to be destroyed. The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Okay, ultimately, this man is going to be taken out of power, and it's going to start with this golden city, America. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Why? Because we read it. America's been that wine. All right, it's that oppressor. Okay, we read in Habakkuk that it's the desire. All right, because Esau's in control. The desire is as hell. All right, it's always in these other nations' business. It's always doing something wicked. All right. But once this place goes out, the whole earth is going to be arrested. It says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. And again, it is a spirit. We just got out of what? Christmas. All right, what happens in that time of Christmas? A lot of these trees, okay, get cut down. All right. But, everything in general, from the paper industry, everything. You know, this going into the decadence of America, how it, you know, imports a lot of this stuff to cause, you know, a lot of these trees elsewhere, you know, specifically I'm thinking of Amazon rainforest, these trees being cut down for America's needs. All right, but hey, the whole earth is going to be at rest when this place gets cut down. It says, hell from beneath thee is moved to thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of earth, it hath raised up their thrones. All the kings of the nations, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? All right, and that's what's ultimately going to happen. Okay, America is going to be destroyed, and Esau, Edom, hey, he's about to go into slavery. All right, and this is the point. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Okay, and that worm going into what? That the decaying, all right, of the infrastructure. Now, this is just a little article, you know, from California after these you know, these storms we had over here. But overall, you can Google it. The US of A as a whole has, I think it's a grade D in their infrastructure, and you know, infrastructure goes into like, you know, the utilities, the bridges, you know, the roads, all right. In that thick clay, when we read in Isaiah 14, it says that worm is spread under the, going into what? This infrastructure being through, all right. That's part of a plague from Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. But it says, I'm just going to read the title from WSJ.com, Wall Street Journal. It says, California storms leave billions of dollars in damage to businesses, homes, and infrastructure. All right, and that's the point. You know, a lot of these farms got flooded, okay? But overall, billions of dollars. So it adds to the already decaying infrastructure of America, okay? Which again goes into Isaiah 14. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Okay, so that decay of the infrastructure is already in effect. All right, and I'll get this last preset. Like I said, this is a short lesson. Going into Babylon, Jeremiah 51 and verse 7 again. Not again, but Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. Okay, and that was philosophies, that wine. All right, same thing. You know, that the thing that America pushes upon all the world is what? Wickedness. All right, the philosophies that come out of America is wickedness. All right, that have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken their wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right, these nations are angry. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Okay, so ultimately Babylon's going to be destroyed. But as we see right now, okay, that the destruction has already begun. All right, Babylon is falling as we speak, and it says take balm for her. You know, a lot of these you know, banking, these people that are in charge of the banking industry, what are they doing? They're trying to create programs. All right, to the economists say they're just kicking the can down the road. All right, what do? They might up the debt ceiling. All right, they might keep, you know, raising the rates of inflation. I mean, the interest rates to try and offset inflation. But ultimately, this thing is going to crash, and it's not just going to be, you know, monetarily. All right, everything is going to be, you know, destroyed, and we're reading it. The infrastructure, all right, the jobs, okay, economy as a whole, everything. And ultimately, hey, this place is going to be destroyed with thermonuclear destruction. But what does it say? It says, if so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. So there's no coming back for this place, America. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies. All right, and Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai is already begun to destroy this place. All right, the Lord deals in gradualism, but ultimately, it's coming to that point to where this place is just going to be utterly destroyed. All right, there's no coming back. You can't fix the infrastructure. There's, the trillions of dollars in debt. You're never going to get out of that. All right, the recession heading into the depression has already started. All right, they're talking about the housing, everything. Okay, these people, losing their jobs. It's only going to get worse. All right, the inflation is only going to get worse. Okay, and ultimately, we're going to head into, prophecy of World War III. America's going to join that. So what is that going to do? Create more debt. All right, they're going to fuel that military. Okay, I mean, look what they're doing for Ukraine, and America's not even fighting. So imagine all the money they're going to push into themselves. All right, so expect more taxes. All right, but this is what's coming to America, and ultimately, all right, this place is going to be destroyed with thermonuclear destruction. Okay, but this is the lead up. This is we're already seeing Babylon falling. All right, it's falling as we speak. But Lord's will, this was edifying once again. Call Haloim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and a Baba Bo.